Taylor, the nurse practitioner up on the NICU floor.
Hey Taylor, it's John over in the pharmacy. I was just going through one of the charts and I had a couple questions on one of the patients. Do you have a few minutes?
Yeah, absolutely, John. Who's the patient you're referring to?
Okay, it's actually baby Sue. That's the 15-day-old. She's in your unit. I was going through the vancomycin dose and found something came up. Wanted to double check on. She's currently 10.2 milligrams every 18 hours, and I was going through. I checked our resources here, and I think she should actually be on every 12 hours based on her 29-week age and 14-day being postnatal.
Yeah, I think that's actually a great recommendation. I've been looking at the chart a little bit earlier too, and I saw that the current vanc dose was ordered at 15 mg per kg, which is usually used to treat meningitis. So the patient also didn't have a lumbar puncture. So I'm thinking maybe for baby Sue that we want to kind of look at it more as far as bacteremia as opposed to it being meningitis. So I'm thinking maybe the dose was just too high anyways, and that we should kind of reduce it down to 10 mg per kg. I was looking at Neofax, and that's what it said there.
Okay, yeah, I hadn't seen that or even thought of that yet. That's a good idea. So let me see. I'll get a dose here. So it looks like if we do the 10 mg per kg, that'd come out to 6.8 milligrams, and then we'll stick with it every 12 hours. Does that sound good to you?
Sounds like a great plan. I know you had mentioned a little bit ago about a few changes to a few of the dosing.
Mm-hmm.
What other drugs were you concerned with?
Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the vancomycin. I was concerned also on the indomethacin schedule that we have coming up.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. So you would recommend holding that dose, or?
Yeah, so I was actually looking through that, and she flagged up for a couple of contraindications.
Okay.
For the second dose. It's contraindicated if they're suspected life-threatening sepsis, thrombocytopenia, or signs of significant renal impairment, which, our patient, I was going through her labs, her renal function right now, she's only at 0.8 mLs per kg per hour, and the serum creatinine is up at about 1.4, so somewhat elevated, especially for a 27-week-old. She's also thrombocytopenic. She has a platelets at 97,000. So kind of all those put together, I think it'd definitely be a good idea to hold that second indomethacin dose.
Yeah, those are all really good observations. I was kind of thinking about this earlier too. I see that the infant's having some aspiration, abdominal distension, perhaps her increase FiO2 needs are kind of just from this, not from the PDA itself. So another thing, I was also thinking kind of to support what you were saying, are her blood cells are shifted. The IT is greater than 0.2, it's at 0.33. So I really think that it could be more of like a septic kind of thing. That might be the reason for that increased oxygen need as well.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. I definitely agree that kind of makes it seem even stronger. We should hold the dose. I'd be happy if you like. I'll go ahead and check with the attending after this and see if you'd like us to go ahead and remove that. Does that sound good to you guys?
Yeah, that sounds like an excellent plan, John. Now, how do you think that we should move forward to make sure this doesn't happen again in the future?
Yeah, that's something definitely a good idea to think about. I think number one thing is just proper communication. Appreciate you've been good to talk to. Not everyone's like that, here.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be a good idea to have some explicit reports, especially like what exactly was implemented and the reason for doing so. Some kind of written documentation. That way, everyone involved, whether it's us over here at pharmacy or you guys, you'll have some